Hey everybody, welcome to the Playing with Power podcast, the issue-by-issue retrospective on Nintendo Power Magazine. You're joining us for volume 77, which is from 1995 in the month of October. I am your host, Ben. With me as always is my co-host, Mike.
Yo.
And John.
Howdy ho.
And with us is recurring guest, Ivan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Welcome back to the show, yes.
Welcome back to the show, right. I said recurring, at least.
Yeah,
right?
it made sense. Sorry, I'm just giving you shit.
All right. If anyone wants to find out more about us, you can go to our website, playingwithpowerpodcast.com. We've got links to our Patreon there, Twitter, iTunes if you want to leave us a review, and of course our Facebook page where you'll find most of us actively.
Anything new with you, Ivan?
Just joined the taste test. A couple of episodes have come out now. Been enjoying that. It's a lot of fun to be creative with a really funny Canadian and Mike as well.
And boot from a call.
You managed to dig up Brandon?
Yeah, you're deep diving on Darkwing Duck, right? Was that the one?
Yeah, that's the next one coming up. Not a bad game.
So that'll be edited the next 2 months and show up in March sometime.
Yeah, you're familiar with our work then, yeah.
It'll be released for Tax Day.
Yeah, this is why we don't have sketches or sound effects in Playing with Power.
See, Mike, if you're confused, people that are employed pay taxes.
Oh, no.
Oh, you cunt.
Oh, Jesus. All right, we've already entered the first four-letter word, and all the people that came expecting children's entertainment have logged off. We can continue with the show now.
All the Yoshis Island fans are gone, and back to the core. All right. What disgusting stuff did you see on Reddit this week?
That's right. We need something wholesome, like a dinosaur saving things through the power of cloaca.
All right, what do we have on the cover of this issue?
Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. And then I have to point out right away that there's an arrow coming out of Mario's ass.
Yeah, well,
and his
baby
ass
Mario
on his diaper says "hot news."
Yeah, does that mean like?
Oh my god!
He's gonna
put that on every diaper.
A fresh load of news, like coming.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Kind of a backhanded compliment to Super Mario
or he's pulling
RPG.
he's pulling off the very rare, sexy baby costume.
And Mike, what's the excrement from the latest Baby Mario news?
It's my video game that I made that no one ever gives me credit for. Super Mario RPG.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's life
I
like?
love the
What's life like along the Nile River like that?
We're looking at the cover with all the Yoshis. Everyone's looking at Mario coming in, and the pink dinosaur is licking his lips. So, things are not looking good for Baby Mario right now.
Yeah, the Yoshis are kind of a mixed bag here. We got the yellow guy; he's taking a nap.
Mm-hmm. It's my boy.
Red right. In the back there is like chasing a butterfly. It looks like two socks.
Yeah, it really does.
The Master Higgins of the island.
Yeah. I like butterflies.
I can't wait to catch a margarine fly.
He's just sitting there licking the window. The other Yoshis are pretty excited to see him, though.
And he's floating around in a bubble for some reason?
Yeah, they're not too worried about the fact that he's screaming.
I did for like 5 minutes.
When Yoshi gets, like, hit, and, like, Mario floats off in a bubble, you have to go, like, pop the bubble in your bag.
I'm not sure I never got hit.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, like, when he's in the bubble, he makes this, like, what Mike is doing. It's absolutely horrid.
Oh, yeah. Incentive to get him back as soon as possible. So shut the fuck up.
It's the Roy Moore mating call.
I said, sir, why do I suddenly have an erection?
In the midnight hour, we cried, no Roy Moore.
No Roy Moore. All right, what else do we have? We have Epic Center the Civilization's being ported to something. Hopefully,
Woo!
hopefully your nearby PC, because that game is made for the PC. But anyway,
all right. So moving on in.
I would have loved to see if these games got combined and you have to do Civilization, but with Yoshis.
Oh God.
I don't think it'd be as good.
Yoshis have to make a hut, but they keep on eating the walls.
Civilization, like,
A very short game.
it's done at you're at a couple thousand feet altitude, looking down at everything. So I don't think the Yoshis would really add too much to that.
Yeah.
No, well, it would be a short game because, once again, they would eat all their building materials. The only things that these things don't eat are their saddles and their shoes.
Civilization. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to it. All right.
Moving on in, we've got the boy with the stick.
My girl.
Poking the yes, my girl. He's poking the hive of bees.
Derpy skateboarder.
All right, moving on in. Yes, we have the table of contents with another horrid background that makes it very difficult to read the text overlaying. At least they gave the text a drop shadow this time.
Someone just thought, why don't we just put magic eyes as our table of contents?
Well, at least the text is a different color than the background. They're learning. Well, look, except they put white clouds everywhere and white text, so...
They had a drop shadow to the text, at least.
Yeah.
That's something, right?
It's somewhat legible. Yay! Good job, Gail.
Yay!
You're learning after 7 years of magazines. They're finally learning. Like, how are you unlearning how to make a fucking magazine readable?
Yeah. It was nice when it had the 3 sections of, like, here are the Super Nintendo games in green, on white background. Beautiful. Right. Well, here's what we have full coverage of Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Batman Forever, Primal Rage, Real Monsters, Mega Man 7, and then for Virtual Boy they have Vertical Force and Panic Bomber, and I'm guessing for Game Boy they have Aladdin. And that's about it. They talk about Super Mario RPG.
That's the bottom line.
Okay, Players Pulse. Who's picking up the first letter?
James Stevens from Kingwood, Texas says, a few days ago I read the letter section of the June issue of Nintendo Power and saw Rick Innocent. Is that a wrestler? Letter about how 8-year-old kids shouldn't send in letters with pictures of Game Boy bread. I like that loaf of bread in volume 69, and I'm sure many people felt the same way. Nintendo is for all ages, and so is this magazine. So I want to tell unlike this podcast, so I want to tell old people with pictures of things to send to Nintendo Power, send them in. Oh, fuck. Thank God he said this before the internet.
Dick pics incoming!
Lemon party! Woo!
Tub girl, get out of my mind! I also don't care if someone is tired of hearing about pets who love Nintendo as much as we do. I like reading letters like that. Congratulations, James Stevens, you're a mom.
What was the pic I sent you guys? It was the guy that fucked the same Sonic doll for like 20 years.
And apparently also used it as a diaper?
Yeah. That was enough.
Yeah, that was...
Ever.
I had to look very closely, and I was like, what?
Like, is he did he play with this in the mud? Oh shit, that's not mud.
No, that's not mud.
Oh, mud, that's shit.
I was like, why is it wearing a poopy diaper?
Nope. The Sonic doll had poop in it, and he screwed it.
Lovely.
Ugh.
Thank you, John, for that.
You topped the box.
Hudson Carpenter from Kennesaw, Georgia says, about the online service that you asked us Nintendo Power subscribers about. I think it's awesome. What better thing to do when you're bored than to slide up to your cozy computer and get the latest information on all the popular games?
My cozy computer that brings the world of porn and Sonic fuck dolls to us. All right, Ivan. What did?
I had a friend in college who went to Georgia Tech, and it got really cold in his dorm.
Uh-oh.
And so what he ended up doing was he would wrap himself and his computer while he was working in like a comforter together.
Okay.
Because there weren't any heaters in the dorm.
What?
Of course there weren't. It's fucking Georgia.
They weren't like centralized heaters.
Wow.
So he would warm himself up with his PC.
Well, that's being creative with that graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Ivan, what does Karen O'Brien have to say?
So Karen O'Brien from Oakland, California says, "Oh, woe is me. It looks like I will have to keep my Virtual Boy in my room all the time in order to keep it out of the hands of my game-crazy little brother. That's because I read that Virtual Boy should only be played by people 7 years and older." Says Sniff Sniff. "Still, I want to know, how come you don't want young children playing Virtual Boy?" And they respond, "Your concern for your little brother is very touching, Karen, but try taking more acting lessons, okay? Seriously, you ask a very good question. In order to give a full 3D effect, it is important that the player have fully developed depth perception and binocular vision. Since the vision in children under age 7 may still be developing, using a game system that relies on depth perception and binocular vision could affect the maturation process." And apparently we've shifted off into a medical magazine. "According to eye experts or doctors, most people have fully developed vision by the age of 5, but we prefer to play it safe and recommend that they wait until age 7. Got that? All right, now time for your quiz. Practice Mario Tennis while you have a head start, Karen. Your brother may swing a mean racket when he's old enough to play."
They changed it to 13 for the, I know for the
3DS?
Like Google Cardboard.
Oh, okay.
They recommend 13 or older.
Not Roy Moore, though. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see.
We're going to hit that hard and heavy tonight.
Well, he doesn't mind 13 or older, up unless it's 17 or older.
Yeah.
All right. Greg Anderson of East Islip, New York, writes in saying, "Arr! I'm a pirate. I followed warning on the Scratch and Sniff Eastbound and Down Earthbound packet enclosed in Nintendo Power, Volume 74. Yuck! Those Scratch and Sniff things reeked.
They warned you.
If you're going to put a Scratch and Sniff packet in another issue of Nintendo Power, make it smell like marshmallows or grapes." Okay, those are
very specific.
Yeah. All right, and let's see what else we have.
Okay, hold on. I'll go one more Roy Moore joke.
Oh.
Where do his dating preferences end?
Hell, I don't know.
On the edge of 17, just like the white-winged dove.
All right.
I wanted to sing a Stevie Nicks song. Okay.
Anyway, Eric Haberman, they have the follow-up on the Troy Aikman contest. So Eric Haberman, in Volume 65, got to hobnob with the NFL's finest at Troy Aikman's golf tournaments. He got to be Troy's fucking caddy. Oh, great. When you think about it, it's a lot more fun than being his honorary left tackle. Ha ha ha! It was virtually an oil Troy vacation as Eric chowed down at Troy's restaurant and got a Troy Aikman NFL football game, as well as an autographed jersey from Mr. Concussion himself. However, Eric did manage to squeeze in a trip over to Six Flags over Texas and a Texas Rangers game where he saw our future president, George W., throw out the first pitch. Judging from time to time, Troy spent huddling with Eric. NFL team shouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys pull the old Santa Ana High Statue of Liberty play this fall. Oh, God, that's painful. That's just
These photos are amazing.
Yeah, he looks so bored.
Well, it's like they didn't get any photos of like Troy interacting with the kid at all. He's just like the first one. He's just like wantonly standing in the background.
Are the kids' eyes closed?
All right, you little fucker. Let's get this done.
Troy probably didn't even realize. Like, he's like, oh, you're my fucking caddy today. Whatever. All right.
It's not really his caddy. You don't see him holding any clubs.
Okay, kid, you carry these clubs and I'll tip you good.
I don't even see his fucking eyes
Take
open.
some. What's the last letter here?
Alright. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of video games always showing girls in dresses with big pink bows in their hair. I mean, come on. In real life, we are far from being the delicate, prissy, male-dependent bimbos that the big companies seem to think we are.
Feminist.
We don't need a male to save us every 5 minutes, and we don't scream at every spider that passes by us. And most of us prefer not to waltz around in little string bikinis. And as far as video games go, the girls in my 6th grade class can take any challenge the boys can dish out.
Topple the patriarchy.
Our game of choice isn't Barbie either. Earthworm Jim, Duck Hunt Country, Killer Instinct, and Star Fox are among our favorites.
Hashtag me too.
Sara Lee from Eagan, Minnesota.
I
like this girl.
I know one challenge they can't equal is that it's writing our name in the snow.
Hey, you just have to 3D print a little scoop with a hole in it, and there you go.
I will say.
And in response, signed by Gail Tilden, editor-in-chief, she responds, "Amen, Sarah."
Yeah, I suspect she wrote that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's well said.
Her name is literally Sarah the Cheese. I mean, come on. But yeah,
practically from Edam, Minnesota.
I will say, in my experience, the spider thing does not ring true. Girls hate spiders, like, almost universally, so...
Yeah, my sister definitely freaked out when she saw spiders, so... It seems to be a girly thing.
No, not at all. My son does the same thing.
Well, yeah, I'm
a girly thing.
I'm terrified of spiders, too. I mean,
I scream at all that stuff. I make my sister-in-law do all that stuff.
That is the
like
worst.
I said, a girly thing.
Oh, my God.
No.
I would be like at the house with Ben when we were living together, and I'd be like, ah! Like, oh my God, spiders!
Oh my God! When we first bought this house we're in, I go out. We're like swimming in the pool for like the first time, right?
Yeah.
And I hadn't really inspected the pool robot a whole lot. You know, the skimmer that goes at the bottom of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So like I pull, it doesn't seem to be moving. So, so I pick it up. And I look at the vacuum portion under it, and there's a goddamn mouse face looking at me.
Oh, mouse guts.
Oh, it was stuck into the trap, and I screamed. I'm like, ah! You know.
Yeah, I would too.
And I made my sister-in-law go to the trash and get it out of there with a screwdriver.
It's a mouse!
Yeah.
Would you have to save Ivan?
Nasty.
Ivan?
Ivan?
I thought Ivan chirped up there.
No, I was saying I would have screamed too.
Yeah, the
I
just scared the fuck out of me when I took the lid off and there was a black widow in the
Dude.
yeah, in the
That's what you get for living in the South.
Yeah. But we have a pool and we don't have winter, so there we go.
There's that.
Yeah, I was looking at the Troy Aikman photo of him shaking the guy's hand. It looks like he's holding a golf club with his cock.
It does look like he's holding his legs together awkwardly. Like he has to pee real bad or something.
Yeah,
it's like his testicles are clutching the club to hold it up so he can shake hands. It's like he doesn't trust the kid to hold his golf club, so he hands it to his balls instead.
I'm not giving him some kid my Oxy putter. Screw that.
Yeah, I'll hold on to this one, kid. I'll just walk him through this. Don't worry.
Here, balls, hold this.
Either that or he's really happy to see the guy in red.
Rip it.
Pants just could not contain him.
We got the envelope art. We've got this really nice anime girl in a bikini holding what is it? Her hair?
What the hell
like
kind
is her
of
hair
bikini is that?
It's Bayonetta.
That's not a bikini.
Kind of.
It's a dress.
A bathing suit of some sort, maybe.
It's top.
And then we got Mega Man looking constipated.
That is a buff Mega Man.
It really is.
He looks so
skipped arm day.
He looks so fucking angry. It's like he needs to go beat Serenity Man and calm down.
It's all the HGH that guy's been taking. Look, he's buff as shit.
Yeah.
I know. This is like the follow up to Fulgore. He's like, fuck. I guess robots need pecs now. All right, let's do this.
And then we have.
This is like right before.
I'm gonna go get drawn by Rob Liefeld, and then we're gonna go see what happens.
And then we have.
This is right after like a tape gets leaked to the media by his ex-girlfriend Roll.
Oh no.
About where he's heavily breathing and complaining about packs of robot masters wandering the streets.
And then we have Diddy and Dixie Kong, Donkey Kong Country 2 envelope, and that almost looks so good it might have been a tracing. I don't know. That's suspect.
That does look pretty good.
I mean, even if you traced it, the person who colored it had to do the shading on it, nice. And this is just 10 out of 10. They fucking nailed it. Mm-hmm. And less than 10 out of 10, but still not bad, is something with the word impy and foxy on it, and it's got this like anime caveman troll doll thing.
I forget what game. I know what game that is, but I don't.
And a Vulpix, but a blue one.
Joe and Mac.
Yeah. All right.
It's not Joe and Mac.
Let's see. Super NES top 20. No, we'll do the top 5. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, which is new. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past at number 4, which has been at the chart for 45 months. Mortal Kombat 3 comes in at number 3, which is new on the chart as well. And let's see, Donkey Kong Country 2 goes to second place, falling from first, and Killer Instinct takes the top spot, moving up from number 2 last month. Ben?
Game Boy Top 10. Number 5, Mortal Kombat 2. Number 4, Metroid 2. Number 3, Tetris. Number 2, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Number 1, Donkey Kong Land.
Nice.
And the top 10 arcade games. Top 5, Samurai Showdown. But without a W in it, so it's like Shogun whatever. And then NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Fatal Fury Special.
Fury.
I mean, I'd watch. I'd watch furries fight it out.
Yeah, I would just
like
to
his
see.
version better.
I want to see a rabbit and a fox fuck each other to death. So there we go.
There's probably a Reddit for that.
And then the follow up to the
don't do it.
and the follow up to that would be Mortal Wombat 3, and then Killer Instinct.
I haven't watched. Tell us what the top 5 most wanted is.
So, top 5. Number 5, Mortal Kombat for the Super NES. Number 4, Doom
3.
for the NU64. Number 3, Virtual Boy. Number 2, Killer Instinct. And number 1, the Nintendo Ultra 64.
Huzzah! All right, let's move on to our feature game here. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. We kind of already talked about this last month with the preview. I was the one that hadn't played it before, so I played it, and it's interesting. My only complaint was the aiming of throwing the eggs, Yoshi throwing the eggs. It just kind of breaks up the momentum a little bit. Too much for me.
Yeah, because you thought that you could do it on the fly, but you have to stand still and aim.
Yeah, you got to stand there and wait for it to aim in the right manner. It's really cute, though. It's got really nice graphics. Similar quality of level design to Super Mario World, and yeah, it's an interesting game. It's pretty good.
It's got fantastic music too.
And look at these cutscenes. It's got the thing. This is like real good CGI cutscenes for a Super Nintendo game.
All right. Do we have anything else to say about this? You wanted to come on for this. Tell us about your experience with Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
I fucking love this game. I discovered it late, well after it came out. I had no idea it existed, and I just bought it because somebody said, "Oh, there's a sequel to Super Mario World." I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Brought it home. I was expecting something similar to it, and did not get something similar to it. Very much, but it's a great game. It's adorable. Music is good, and the platforming is creative. I really enjoyed this game.
Well put, gents. You still looking at furry photos, or you have anything to comment about Yoshi's Island?
John has sent me the only acceptable furry I've ever seen, which is as little fur as possible.
I'm going down
basically
a very dark internet hole right now. All right.
If you want to pretend you're Saber, if you want to rock your Saber Wolf fantasy, he just sent me the perfect photo.
Lovely.
Anyway. All right.
And my wife just got home and
save that tab for later.
This game is just really fun. Like everything about it. I know Ben doesn't like the egg aiming stuff, and it takes a little bit to get too used to. But like, if you stick around and get used to it, like this game is very redeeming and like well worth your time. Like
it's Nintendo at its best: innovation, fun, and a whimsical art style.
Mm-hmm. The one that it kind of reminds me of is, what was that like that Yoshi Yarn game or Kirby? Is it Kirby?
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Well, there was a Woolly World for the Wii U.
Okay.
More or less a sequel to this.
Right, where they kind of like they're like, you know what, we're gonna push this like really odd art style like as far as it'll go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just respect to Nintendo for doing something that's a little weirder.
And we got a little technical insert here, which we talked about the game, but this is like about the making of the game, where it says best-selling games aren't made in a day, week, or even a month. Yoshi's Island is the result of 4 years of development by a team of over 30 people at Nintendo Company in Kyoto, Japan, headed by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka. They go on to say that they are responsible for a long line of blockbuster hits, including Super Mario Bros. And Zelda game series. The formula for their success? You need to know how to work with other people. If you would like to create good things, you must think in terms of the game player, says Mr. Tezuka. The Yoshi's Island project originally originated simultaneously with the development of the FX2 chip. The effect of the chip is apparent in the scaling and rotation of many of the 130 enemy characters throughout the game. Big enemies can change any shape. The enemies can spin around, be enlarged, and also shrunk. The advanced calculation capacities of the Super FX Chip 2 allow for more moving characters on the screen than in previous Super NES games. With all the scaling, rotating, and other mathematical calculations, the creators of Yoshi's Island wanted to make sure the warmth of a human touch was readily apparent in the game. And I think we can all agree that they nailed it. And
tell me about the dino deviations they have here. So Yoshi's could turn into different things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, throughout the game you get little mini games almost at mid-level. Kind of breaks up the gameplay. It's another fun mechanic of it.
So it's not like a power-up or anything?
No.
You just kind of...
It's temporary. You'll hit a helicopter symbol or mole tank or whatever it is, and then you've got a limited amount of time to get to the next one or get to the end of the level or something. And they'll... scatter little things for you to collect along the way. Really make you maximize your...
The train segment icon is like Mike's mom, which is kind of strange, but, it makes sense after a while.
Fuck off. I like the helicopter. You'd think there'd be a danger of chopping up Mario in the blades, but... And then the submarine looks like Yoshi's eating a turd shaped like himself.
And spitting it back out.
Circle of life.
Doesn't do that. I actually took Mike's recommendation to heart. I started watching that, or I actually watched that whole first season of Big Mouth. And, there's that one character that keeps talking about, eating up, making fun of people by pretending like they eat rolled up pieces of turd.
Big Mouth.
There are actually people that do that.
Is this like a Morrissey documentary?
That was the one.
No.
That was the one that you liked, right, Mike?
Yeah. Big Mouth is this excellent show about puberty. It's gross and vulgar and terrifying,
it's over the top. It's crazy.
But then puberty is also gross and vulgar, so they fucking nailed it. It begins at the very beginning. This kid's in class watching an egg travel through a fallopian tube, and this hairy beast called the Hormone Monster shows up. And he's like, "Hey kid, go away, Hormone Monster, not now. You know why I'm here." Yeah, look at that egg in the fallopian tube. You know what it's all about. You know there's only one way to get rid of me, right? Masturbate in the bathroom? Yeah, jerk off in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then he opens up the door to get the kid out of class, and then the kid leaves his desk, and he's like, "All right, I'm coming." "No, you're not. That's what the bathroom's for."
Yeah. It's the lead voice is Nick Kroll. He was one of the guys on League. John Mulvaney plays his friend.
Jason Mantzoukas plays this perfect, vulgar son of a bitch friend.
So it's relatively new.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I recommend everybody listening to this podcast, watch it. It's fucking great.
There's a real funny part in the last episode where the Hormone Monster's if we tried to film this show, or they're talking about the premise of the show, and they're like, "Yeah, this would basically be child abuse. Unless we animated it, then that would probably be okay," or whatever.
Yeah. We should talk about our adventures. Wouldn't you just be filming a bunch of 13-year-olds masturbating? That's basically child abuse, isn't it?
And it's maybe if we animated it. Yeah. It's really
Okay.
it's really filthy and funny and good. So check it out. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a
No,
good,
definitely not kid friendly. So keep that in mind.
Well,
good date night
it is
show.
our show. So there you go.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's one story about a kid fucking his pillow,
Oh.
and he knocks it up.
Yeah.
And the best part is, like, at first she thinks, like, he's really old. And she's...
Why is that the
when
best part? That's not the best part at all.
Well,
but all right.
because when he's fucking it, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm 40. I have an...
Don't throw away the jokes. It's funny
Yeah,
if you
don't
watch
spoil it. Don't spoil it. No spoilers.
Okay, yeah. All right, check it out. It's good.
Yeah, and Mike's
So-
not completely wrong, by the way. He's like,
All right,
how old
don't
are
worry
you?
about it.
And blah,
I
blah,
want
blah.
to
Yeah.
remember.
Anyway.
I don't want to remember. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you got to let it be in my words so that he'll easily forget it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's bring us on back. Let's
Yeah,
bring us
so
on
we
back
see
to
the
the
Spielberg
episode
and
here.
Lucas of the video game industry, where they say they're considered a dream development team. Miyamoto is commonly noted as the creator of Mario and Donkey Kong. Tezuka has been working with Mr. Miyamoto for more than 11 years. And Miyamoto, I mean, God bless him, he's very creative and everything, but fuck, he always looks like an evil mastermind.
He's not
I mean, he may-
photogenic.
He may be the sweetest man on earth. I mean, his work is evident that this man has, like, whimsy and joy in his heart.
Oh, you know, he's sweet. He could be like fucking Walt Disney and an anti-Semite.
I just think he's more of a behind-the-scenes type of guy than he is, a big good speaker or something like that.
All right.
He just looks like his face is, like, wrapped around something pretending to be human.
Yeah.
But he's a nice guy.
All right.
I don't have that opinion of Mr. Miyamoto, but
What's your
to each his own.
What's your opinion of Mr. Miyamoto?
He doesn't look like he is wearing someone else's skin.
Okay.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
I don't get that feeling from him. He just looks awkward in photos, I think. Okay. Tell me about the... so let's just going through level coverage here. I want to hear about the enemies, though. I want to hear about any standout. We have Bashful Bert, which looks like a big inflatable, awkward cartoon kind of thing.
And
What do you do? Do you blow him up?
Yeah.
Well, you throw eggs at him to shrink him.
No, okay.
Like, this is when they talk about the great use of the effects chip, because every time you get to the end of the level, you face a regular enemy that you've already faced a whole bunch of times, but then Kamek comes along, waves his little shape pixel wand, which drops like eggs. It's basically the PlayStation controller layout. He sprinkles that from his wand, and it turns a regular enemy into a huge enemy. And
And we
you get
have
to see them grow and expand, and it's really cool.
We have Salvo Slime. So big like snot bubble,
Yep.
I guess.
And next to him, we see constipated Yoshi.
God.
Who's in the middle of a watermelon seed fight?
Yeah,
Oh my god, I'm just so glad that he didn't sprout an afro or something
Yes,
afterwards.
sir, master. Yes, sir.
oh no.
Yes, Mr. Mario, I'll get you across that pond.
I don't know nothing about carrying no babies.
Zippity Yoshi, zippity yay.
Yeah, of course
Oh my god, we're going to hell. All right.
you just wait.
So anyways, then there's a Boo that is much larger than regular Boo.
What's on his
okay.
head? His eyebrows look like a tit.
Well, I don't
No,
know.
it's-
Are we talking about the title for the
Boo!
For World 2?
Bigger
No.
Boo Brainbuster. Look at that screenshot of him. It looks like someone scribbled a tit over his eyes.
Yeah, I love that Mike uses the Hubble Space Telescope to look at me.
Oh my god. It's like a Rorschach test with you. I swear to God.
Are you talking about Poochie Doggy, John?
What?
Or
Where's
the little,
that?
The little titles they have in front of their
No,
little
Adventures
blocks
in
of text.
Babysitting, which is that's
Oh, I was looking below that where it says Poochie Doggy,
yeah.
and then it has a really racist tone below where it says a digger's delight.
Well, they just said there was a watermelon seed fight, so
Oh, you just.
I guess so.
You want a racist caricature? You got that Raven.
And then World 3 says mean monkey business.
All right, I think we're sensing a pattern here.
yeah, I think Miyamoto has a little trend going.
There's an underlying.
Japanese people being xenophobic? I have no idea what you're talking
This
about.
whole game's a racist dog whistle.
What was that? What was the Pokemon that was really racist? The
Jinxie?
Yeah.
Jinx.
Yeah, totally blackface. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Remember that we went through the issue with the like user submitted Mega Man designs?
Oh, yes.
And there was Black Man.
Yeah, failed Robot Masters.
We hate that one.
Terrible.
And then,
Did you
one
see
of the best
video of
failed
the guy
Robot
that got
Masters
shot
was
by Mesa Police, by the way.
No.
was that the guy that was drunk and crawling and crying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking terrifying. Like,
Yeah, it turns out the police don't hate. Turns out the police aren't racist.
he
They're
was-
just gun happy
he
shitheads.
was white, but like apparently for some reason he had a pellet gun in his hotel room, for work. For what I don't, it doesn't make sense, but like for whatever reason, like his job involved him having.
It's
like,
still an air rifle, so
Yeah.
it's not.
Well,
It'll
okay.
hurt you, but it won't fucking
So
kill
they
anybody.
didn't know that. So like some other guests see him with like a guest in his room, and they're looking at the gun. So they call police, and the police show up, and like he'd been drinking or whatever, and they come out and they're like, "Oh, you need to like get your hands in the air and get on the ground and crawl to us with your legs crossed behind you." And like he like lost his balance and like put his hand to his hip because like he was falling over, and they like completely lit him up, shot him like a dozen
Wow.
times. Yeah,
Oh my God.
like, and he was like pleading for his life, like doing everything they're saying. Like it was confusing commands. Like, oh fuck the Mesa Police, god damn it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it's not just the prison system that's fucked. It's the people that put them there in the first place. They're fucked too.
Though I will say I have been held at gunpoint by the Mesa Police, and so.
Do tell.
Yeah, that
I
was a
remember
long
this.
story. Yeah, no, like I went to pick up a girl for a date, and things were kind of weird. Like I just got a weird vibe, and like she was outside her place with her phone when I like, and she's like, "Hey, I need to get ready still. Can you come in for a second?" And like I just got a weird vibe. I was like, I'm gonna go if that's all right. And I walk out, and like the entire SWAT team is like set up with like fucking spotlights and shit. And like they cuff me and they're yelling at me, and I'm like, they're like, "Do you know why we're here?" I'm like, "I have no fucking clue why you're here." And like,
Just wanted a booty
turns
call,
out-
damn it.
it turns out someone had called them saying we were in a fight, and she pulled me in the apartment with a knife.
What?
And like, so they thought that I'd like stabbed her to death and like left the apartment or whatever. I don't know. It was really bizarre.
You got swatted.
Yeah, I think it was her ex was like watching the place and like SWAT called him or whatever.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, it was absolutely fucking terrifying. Like,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. And she wouldn't open the door either to say that she was okay. So like, they see her moving around. Like after a while, they just let me go. Like I could have murdered her, I guess, but.
You brought this down on me.
Well, you didn't meet her in daycare, so no.
So, but yeah, like it was just. I think she had drugs in the apartment or something. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. I like absolutely was terrified by the whole ordeal. But yeah, at least Mesa Police didn't shoot me. So, yay.
Yay, +1.
Mhm.
We talk
Okay,
about
so
page. On
World
page,
4. On World 4, we see this guy called Marching Mildy, and the first thing they tell you, just to show you that they're kind of lapsing in their creativity a bit, no, it's not Kirby. But when you look at it, it's like definitely Kirby.
It's not.
What's
not
with the
Kirby.
What's with the Breakout Bonanza ripoff? It's actually literally ripping off Breakout.
Yeah, there's a segments like that where you have to like knock over a whole section of blocks that are in your way. It's like sideways Breakout, but yeah.
Breakout's a cool game. And we get this Hookbill Koopa, which...
There you
Plus,
go.
you're
I love
throwing, the whole mechanism is throwing eggs, so it kind of works for like that mechanism. So.
It's kind of like Bust a Move then.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Sorry, it is vertical there. My bad.
Hey Ben,
Yeah.
did you ever get to a spot where you were throwing an egg, ricocheting it into this smiley-faced flower?
No,
Oh, you've got to go.
I didn't make it.
You've got to go do
I
it.
didn't go that deep in this game.
It's one of the ways to get. One of the mechanics is, as I'm sure you've explained before, when Mario gets off your back, the timer counts down, and that also subtracts from your score. Well, one of the ways to get that timer back is to do things like that, ricocheting into the flower, except when you do that, the flower closes up, and then starts ejaculating these little stars all over the place.
My God, it's full of stars.
I mean, there's no other way to put it. If you look at it, it's absolutely coming.
Yeah, it's great.
Lovely.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's so happy.
back to the racist caricature Hook built.
Oh no, the racist character is Raphael the Raven.
Oh, yeah.
Who, I mean, like,
There you go.
I'm surprised he didn't have like a chewed out hat going like, I seen a horse fly, I seen a dragonfly, but I ain't never done seen an
Yoshi
elephant fly. I never seen a Yoshi fly.
Yeah, even better, he takes you up to the moon. You're literally flying up there.
Nice.
He gets you high.
Yeah.
Alright. And then let's see, we have World 6. There's a really awesome, like, the Baby Bowser's part of this game. I forget what he does.
He's the end boss, basically.
He's the end boss, alright. He's scribbling all over.
That's funny. Okay, let's move on to the next game. They have a preview, really, really early preview for Super Mario RPG.
Oh, maybe if someone had an idea about this game, like, Nintendo might have, like, stolen it from them.
Scanning. Nope. Don't see Mike's name anywhere.
No, that's it's too good of a game. Couldn't possibly have come from Mike.
I wrote them a letter in 1992 saying you should team up with Square to make an RPG with Mario. 4 years later, this comes
No,
out.
fuck you, Mike. You've never said that
Conspiracy
before.
confirmed.
I don't buy it.
Fake news.
Sad, Mike. Sad.
You should make a fighting game where you have like Link fight Samus, like Metroid or whatever. That would be interesting.
Hey, I even sent them sketches and shit. I mean, they're terrible because it's me and I can't draw, but I tried.
It'd be terrible.
That's where that blue mouse came from.
Hey, you guys should have like sequels to like good games. How about that?
You asshole.
Oh my god.
You guys should like try to make some more money. Have you thought about that?
We love you, Mike.
Alright, so this isn't really a review, but what do we have?
No.
We have, like pre-rendered images, like Ben was saying.
Yeah,
I
they're just
said
kind
all
of
I
telling
need to
us
say
about,
about
is it an RPG or an adventure?
It is
So,
both,
and it's-
my friend.
Oh, it says category closer to Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So it says RPG may be a bit of a mismatch. So
Misnomer?
they say mismatch in the article.
Oh. Alright.
And this says a new style, and this is just talking about the visual style.
It is
Instead of
interesting-
appearing as a feisty two-dimensional sprite, New Mario weighs in as a fully rounded character. So they use the same shading techniques that like Donkey Kong Country did.
It is
And
interesting
Princess
that it's only they put in here that the game's only about 70% complete. So like, they've got a lot of material in here for a game that's like not completely fleshed
Yeah.
out yet. So.
All these inserts look great, although Princess Peach looks like a blow-up dome.
That's what I want for Christmas.
Perfect. Now I know what to get for John.
Mario, it's so big!
Yep, they've got a, what is that, a Weedle? What is
Yep.
that? Caterpillar thing?
The thing with
It's
the
Weedle.
thing with the fork is the terrifying thing. I don't know what's going on with that.
It's a little turdlet
It's
with
like
a...
with a fork.
It's like a tomato with a gnome hat.
With
His
ball-
name is...
It's like he's a poo ball with like testicle feet.
His name is D. Ingleberry.
D. Ingleberry.
D. Ingleberry.
That's one of my kids, huh? All right.
Watch out for his fork you
It's
attack.
for my love relationship with Chuck Berry.
All right, so we'll get into that game more, obviously, as it becomes a feature. But for now, we're going to move on to the next game, which is Batman Forever for the Super Nintendo.
It's got chilling music, and the beginning of it promises to be good because it's got that weird hazy green shit, which looks awful. But it shows Batman and Robin running from it shows the silhouette of Batman and Robin running from the middle towards us, like the old 60s cartoon. So it looks like it's trying to evoke some nostalgia. But then when you get to the start menu and you see Batman, well, look up here in Partners in Peril, and basically you see Batman and he's just bouncing back and forth like an angry drunk trying to start a fight.
Put him up.
The way he's swinging his arms is like, put him up. Oh, you want to get past me, you big palooka? You want to start something?
Can we talk about how odd this role is in like all the other roles that Tommy Lee Jones has played? Like Tommy Lee Jones plays the same fucking role in every movie. Like, stoic old white guy. But no, he's fucking Two-Face in this thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess he really hated Jim Carrey on the set of this. Jim Carrey told a story about how Jim Carrey walked into a restaurant and Tommy Lee Jones was there.
Yeah.
And just kind of waved and said hi or whatever, and you could just see across the restaurant Tommy Lee Jones just kind of looking at him, and then as Tommy Lee Jones left, he just gets up and walks over to him and just goes, "Sir, I loathe you," and just walked off.
Wow!
He just has Tommy Lee Jones has a reputation for just being a complete dick to people.
Wow.
So it wasn't Jim Carrey being an odd weirdo?
I'm sure that didn't help.
Yeah, that's a mismatch made in heaven right there.
Yeah, oh my god.
There's a whole documentary out there about Jim Carrey in Man on the Moon.
Yeah, it's on Netflix as well. It's Becoming Andy or whatever. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, he was in character as Andy Kaufman / whatever the other insult comic was, and apparently just felt like that was his license to be a complete asshole on set to everybody.
Well, he went full method. He was
full method. That's right.
He was living as Andy Kaufman, and apparently Danny DeVito came to visit the set and told him to fuck off because
he was in the movie for something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was he really?
I kind of want to watch it, but I kind of don't. It's
no,
it's one of those
don't.
things when
Don't.
When I see it on my Netflix queue, I'm I started Stranger Things, so I got Stranger Things season 2 queued up.
No,
do you want to
with that.
ruin any respect you had
Yeah.
for Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
The movie is not worth it. My God.
Okay.
You didn't like the movie? I thought it was okay, but then
Really?
again, I knew nothing about Andy Kaufman.
Which one?
It was a tribute
Man on
to
the
a
Moon.
dick.
No, John's talking about the documentary.
Oh, the documentary.
Yeah, that's why I said you wouldn't want to watch
Oh.
the documentary because it might ruin the movie
I
for
actually
him.
liked Man on the Moon.
It was okay.
I thought it was alright. I mean, it's not I don't queue it up and watch it all the time, but I found it to be an interesting movie.
Man, it's not like you'd watch it again, but you didn't feel like you wasted your time.
No.
Right.
Yeah, to each their own.
Unless you're Ivan.
Yeah, absolutely. I hated it.
I just
So
remember before that movie, because I saw it in the theaters, and they had a trailer for the Gladiator movie with Russell Crowe.
Oh god, yeah.
And it was the first trailer, right? And I've
Right.
never heard it since, but they used the exact same music as Conan the Barbarian. And I was like, oh, it's the Conan the Barbarian music, And then after that, they never played any other trailers, so it must have been a really early cut
That's
or
funny.
something where they're just using temporary music. Because after that, they had the
If you that REM song, if you believe they put a man on the moon.
No, he's talking about
talking about Gladiator.
Oh fuck! I thought we were still talking about Man in the Moon. Okay.
No, it was a trailer before Man on the Moon.
Mike doesn't listen. When are you gonna learn?
He doesn't listen. He catches
Why
every
would,
other word.
why would they
He's
put
thinking about
Gladiator?
some obscure 1960s pop culture song or something.
Do they think that?
Why would they put it in it? I don't know.
Do they think the people that are going to see Man on the Moon want to see Gladiator? I don't get that.
I
one.
did.
Yeah,
People
fair
that see
enough.
movies.
The overlap of those crowds can't be all that much. You're right.
Movies for people who watch movies.
It's a movie.
I thought Gladiator was all right. It's one of those people loved it, but
I never actually saw that one.
It was a little, people liked it a little too much.
it's
I think
it's
that-
draggy.
They gave it points because he didn't start singing in the middle of the ring. Are you not entertained? No.
I'd watch Gladiator the musical. Are you kidding me? That'd be amazing. He was good in. Well, actually, that's not fair. He wasn't that good in Les Mis, but the people that were actually Broadway singers in Les Mis were good.
The singers sang good. The people that weren't singers didn't sing good.
Well, Hugh Jackman sang good, but he's a goddamn national treasure. That's what Nick Cage should be looking for. It's Hugh Jackman.
Huge Ackman. Okay.
Hugh Jackman. All right. Do we really need to talk about Batman Forever?
I want to talk about
this game,
art style. So they
All right.
chose to do like motion capture in the same way that Mortal Kombat did. So it's
Okay.
photos of actual people in costumes.
Yeah.
Right.
So just imagine that for a moment. They had to get these people to dress up in like clown outfits and whatever other crap to dress up
Inmates
as.
and shit.
Yeah, to come and like take all these photos. It's not like a fighting game where I'm guessing this isn't a fight like a 1-versus-1 fighting game, right?
It's a platformer.
As far as I got, it would seem to be like Mortal Kombat if you could actually go left or right.
Yeah, action platformer,
Yeah.
basically.
But it's more than like 8 characters, right?
You're not fighting. It's literally like on a level. Then is what like is not at all helping you understand.
It's what?
It's not a fighting game. It's like
Yeah. The beat 'em up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind
exactly.
of more like Streets of Rage. Yeah.
So just imagine like how many people they had to take like photos of to get them all in the game. Like what a pain in the ass, and it looks terrible in my opinion.
Yeah.
All that work for minimum payoff.
It looks decent for like its time. I would say.
If you want to see Batman act like the Cowardly Lion, like put him up, then yeah, this movie's for you. If you want to play a good Batman, then go play the animated series game.
This game is for you.
So it's not any. So it doesn't play very well. Is what you're saying?
No, but I tried playing this with Ivan listening to me, and there's at one point when when you're playing on the first level, one of the attacks the enemies has is to pick you up and flip you over him, but he does it basically by grabbing Batman and flipping him by the dick. He grabs Batman right between the legs, and that's how he picks. That's how he picks him up and throws him by the dick. My groin.
No,
And-
hit me with my penis. It's my weak spot.
my one weakness. And then I press the select button, and Batman shoots his grappling hook again from his dick. It's like he just pulls his hands
Actually,
to his
I
side.
will defend that. That is awesome. Like, no.
The hammer is my penis.
No, good
It's like he
sir.
thrusts
Do not
out his
put that
grappling-
down. That is an amazing idea.
He thrusts out his grappling hook.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. That's how it should be activated every
And
time.
Sold. I am now
Just
sold
like-
on this game.
Hands on hips, and you do a pelvic thrust, and out goes the grappling hook. Perfect.
Exactly. That's how
It really drives you insane.
You put your hands
All right.
on your hips and you push your grappling hook out. All right.
And then we get inserts of the movie, which usually when we come to adaptations, the movie's better than the game. In this case, it's like the Special Olympics. It's like it's not whoever gets closest to the finish line, it's whoever, soils themselves the least at the starting line.
I saw this movie in the theaters with my mom, and as soon as Alicia Silverstone's outfit comes up on screen, she's like, "Alfred, added nipples to the suits."
Oh my god.
At least still.
I bet your mom lost a.
Her suit had nipples as well.
Yeah, in the fourth.
Yes, they all did.
In the fourth movie,
Wait,
absolutely.
hers did? I thought only the men had nipples.
Oh, did it?
No, she absolutely at the same.
Well,
treatment.
whatever. When he brings out the suits, it wasn't
Yeah.
just hers. It was whenever he brings out the suits because he made them all, right? It's like, oh, don't worry, miss. I've got an outfit for you and an outfit for you. Everyone gets an outfit. Here's a costume.
I can just imagine your mom getting flustered at that.
She didn't get flustered. She was amused by it.
I can imagine your mom just losing a lot of respect for you at that point. Like, you know,
me?
Ben, yeah, I can just imagine your mom like, yeah, I thought you had better taste than this kid. I mean, I
get
bought
my
most of your
sense of taste
toys
from
and you
my
seemed
mother, thank
happy,
you
but
very
Ben's mom has called me an idiot way too many times.
okay. So your mom, so his mom's on the level.
Yes.
I love Ben's mom. Ben's mom is great.
I thought you loved Mike's mom. Are you two-timing?
No, that's different. I put my dick in Mike's mom.
Oh, okay.
With every inch of my penis. Not so much Ben's mom. She's a saint.
That'd be going too
Speaking
far.
of Mike's mom, Speaking of Mike's mom, let's move on to the next game, Primal Rage.
Wait, hold on. We just got one last picture. Where it looks like Batman is fighting a muscle-bound Riddler. Did anybody ever play this game to find out, like, how the game ended?
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently he gets abducted based on the last shot. So, let's go. Primal Rage.
We talked about this game before, right? We have, like, many times.
Yep.
Prehistoric combat.
Hey, would you like to have a fighting game, but this time with dinosaurs and a Yeti?
That is how you sell me on a fighting game, I will say.
Yeah, they got little guys walking around under the just to provide context. Little humans.
You wish you could play Rampage, but only fight as the monkey or Godzilla-like creature?
Did you like playing that one dinosaur in Killer Instinct? How would you like to make that the whole game?
Speaking of Rampage...
Do you like the creepy monkeys from Wizard of Oz? Let's have a fighting game where it looks like everything looks like them. Let's go.
Did you know that they're coming out with a Rampage movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Isn't it Jumanji?
No, they have that, and they have a Rampage game.
Oh.
That guy does like a movie a month, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
I know.
like, I've
how's
seen the trailer for
how is he going to have time to be president?
Yeah, and he's gonna run for president. So there you go.
I saw the trailer, and like he befriends like the gorilla, and the gorilla gets like hit with toxic ooze or some shit.
Was that Kevin Hart?
And it grows. It grows into a big beast and is climbing towers and whatnot. It's like, no, they're gonna kill him because they grew him to fight some big lizard thing or whatever, or crocodile. That's what it was.
He lost me on that stupid San Andreas movie. I wanted him to die.
You saw that thing?
Yeah, it was on HBO One,
Oh.
and I was sick of masturbating, so...
The truth comes out.
Oh, well.
Rock is on screen is rippling muscles, and I'm like, well, here we go again.
All right. Now it's going to be more than the truth coming out.
Yeah. Rock on screen, rock down
Time
below.
for a challenge.
Number 8. Here comes number 8.
Give it the old pause and toss.
That 8.
What's that?
Your dick just shoots sawdust. It's like,
Come on, come on! I heard from a friend that the 9th one is just air.
The 10th is blood. So.
That's when your dick's
like,
purple.
No. It's like an angry dog penis at that point.
I thought you liked
Red
me.
rocket. Yum.
All right, man. Oh, God.
Come on out.
Steak fries.
Come on, man! I want to look like I have syphilis.
Okay,
Right.
Next game is Real Monsters from Nickelodeon.
This is like the personification of our conversations.
Yeah, pretty much. I remember this show, but it's one of those things. Like looking at this show, I like vaguely remember watching a whole bunch of it, like hours upon hours upon hours. Yet I have no recollection of what any of the plots were at any point.
Yeah, we have a
That's
guy.
telling right there.
Well, let's look at the characters. One, we have like this weird purple bat thing, and then we got
That's the most normal one.
And then we got this like Beetlejuice type candy cane with a mouth. And then we have a testicle with arms, with hands.
He's like the personification of puberty.
He's the hormone monster.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man,
Lovely. Yeah,
I tried playing this
I remember seeing
game.
a few episodes of this show, but I have no recollection of what any of it was about.
I think the whole point was like they were afraid of humans. It was kind of like Monsters Inc. before Monsters Inc.
It's like a really poorly executed Monsters Inc. in other words.
Yeah, before Pixar came along and said, "Okay, how about we do this but right?"
Yeah, because I don't think you're going to be selling plushies of a testicle with giant armpit hair that holds its own eyeballs.
Well, he was like a super gross out monster. It had its charm. Like it wasn't like as good as Doug or some of the other, or like Rocko's Modern Life, which was just fucking amazing. But,
Oh, that time that female biker gang came in, and then Rocco walks in on their meeting, and they're just like literally on the ground chewing on the carpet.
my favorite was they would sit around and play Spank the Monkey. Like that was the name of their board game that they would play.
Multiplayer, no doubt.
Oh, there was so much great programming in the 90s.
They
Like,
hit a lot of innuendo in Rocko's Modern Life.
even on dinosaurs, that Jim Henson Muppet thing with the animatronic dinosaurs, they even dealt with teenage masturbation. Because in one episode, the father walks in on his son doing the mating dance, and he's like, "You're supposed to do that with a girl, not by yourself." well, how do I get good at it if I don't practice? You just do it.
Judd Apatow put out a comedy special where he's doing stand-up on Netflix, and he was talking about when he was like coming up and like he lived with Adam Sandler for a while when Adam Sandler was like still like coming onto the scene basically. And
Oh my god, can you imagine what Adam Sandler's like when he's like still like up and coming, like not polished his terrible
Actually,
personality yet?
He said everybody knew he was going to be a star. Like he was saying nice things, but oh god, what was he? He was talking about how he and Adam both interviewed for some project Jim Henson was working on, and Jim Henson like rejected him, saying that he wanted to buy his ideas for the show, but he didn't want him on the show because he lacked warmth. And he was like, if you're being told by Kermit the Frog that you lack warmth, that's like fucking really like...
That's gutting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not wrong, but
Harsh.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, look at Adam Sandler's movies. Like, aside from a few good ones, like Rain Over Me, which was good.
No.
uh-oh.
Come on, Pixels.
Judd
look at that.
Apatow, was talking about how Jim Henson wanted his ideas, but didn't want
So
him.
it was Apatow that got told he lacked warmth.
Yes.
Oh, that's really gutting.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Who had the job of playing this game?
I had this game. My emulator crashed when I tried to start it. I'm done.
It looks like your standard Nick Ren and Stimpy.
D for effort.
It's like a Ren and Stimpy type platformer, probably working around some plot points, like some plot ideas from the show would be my
Who
guess.
the hell is the hooker?
The hooker.
I'm sorry.
Okay, at the beginning, you'll see for the sneaker seekers.
Just give us a page, for Christ's sake.
43.
Okay.
Yep.
That's not the hooker. That's the I do remember who that was. That was like their professor for the Monsters Academy.
With high heels on,
Yeah,
lipstick.
It was really weird. This show
And a
was
merkin.
This show was really weird. But yeah.
Mrs. Hua.
Mrs. Hoo-Ha.
Mrs. Hua.
All right.
Why does she have a toenail for her nose?
She got a
I don't remember my
great ass, and you're all the way up it. Hooah! Hooah!
Oh, man.
All right, this is a weird game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did anybody play this? Because I couldn't.
No,
Why
it
would
was-
we play a game that we weren't assigned?
No, play it when you were a kid.
I
Sounds
watched the
like
show when I was a kid. I didn't
No.
play the game.
Never played it. Never played it. Let's move on.
All right, to a much, much, much better game.
Mega Man.
Mega Man 7. So this is the first and I believe only game for the regular Mega Man series to be featured on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that-
8 and
So
8
the-
was for the PlayStation, right?
Yeah, so this will be the last on Nintendo for a little while.
That new one they're working on looks fucking great, by the way.
Oh,
So
got me mega hard.
So Mega Man 7, what's interesting about it is that the sprites are really big. So they take up a lot of real estate on the screen, which is a common complaint from people that were playing the game is that, well, you can't see as much of the screen at the times because
okay.
of the big sprites. So you end up falling, down holes easier or getting hit by enemies off screen more often.
Yeah.
So that was a design choice that I think they only made in this game and reverted afterwards. But
Yeah, 7 got the it got the most shit as far as Mega Man games go.
yeah, I mean you can kind of see in page 46 at the bottom where it says Spell Rush. He's taken up a big portion of the screen. So that's sort of the one negative. The positive is, I mean, it's beautiful artwork, really nice, looking sprites. So I didn't get a chance to play this. I just watched a little video on it. So one of the interesting things about the game.
this growing up, right? I'm pretty sure.
No, never played this game growing up.
Oh.
This is the first game that features a character called Bass, and his dog, I think, Treble.
Is his dog Ace? Or Base, I mean.
No, his dog is Ace. He doesn't fuck.
Yeah, so he's got a pal named Treble with him, and he pretends to be your friend at the beginning, and then later turns out to be a boss. So, and I guess he's apparently very difficult. So Base sticks around in the series after this.
Yeah, I love the for the Jurassic Quark level. Basically, you look at this guy, and he's Sonic and Wolverine in one. Mm-hmm. So this is like Capcom saying, like, "Suck it, Sonic."
The other thing that's interesting is that you only get access to 4 Robot Masters from the beginning, and then once you beat those 4, you get access to the second round of 4 Robot Masters. So you have to do them in 2 segments, and there's some kind of interstitial between them.
Because they're too big to put on the screen all at once. Okay. You got, like, Vampire Bot. Basically, you fight like a Dracula bot.
Yeah, let's go through the Robot Masters here. We've got Freeze Man. Just looks like he's made of diamonds. And then we've got Slop him around. Oh, Junk Man. Yeah.
Look, these guys are just rehashes of previous Robot Masters. We already had Iceman, and we already had like Dust Man, which was like a bunch of junk.
Burst Man.
Bubble Man, or like Volt Man.
There's Cloud Man, so kind of a crappy version of Air Man. What's going on with what's behind him? Those little like energy Tesla coils?
Yeah.
On his shoulders? You've got Burst Man, which is basically like Bubble Man, but with a knight's crown on his head.
Oh, it's Cloud Man. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
We've got Slash Man, which, like I said, looks like Wolverine mixed with Sabretooth.
Sonic.
Then we can play a mean guitar for Guns N' Roses.
You've got Spring Man, which actually does sound original.
Vampire Bot sounds like an awesome movie, by the way.
Vampire Bot.
I must suck the oil of the living.
It's actually Shade Man, is what they call him, but he's clearly modeled after a vampire. Turbo Man.
He's always throwing shade.
Yeah. Probably
nice color for a loser.
I like it. They tell you to hit him with a freeze cracker.
That'd be funny if there was like Woke Man, who was like a hipster bot.
And they say Turbo Man likes to hit and run.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
So he's Black
Put
Man.
that in there.
Oh my god.
Or Old Man. Depending
I
on
don't have Insurance Man.
Alright.
He's kind of cool. He's got like a racing sort of checkered on his head, and he's got a big old exhaust pipes coming out of his shoulders. And yeah, you have to fight Dr. Wily again.
Alright, and we're to the poster. You want to use the poster as the stopping point for the talk about that?
Sure.
And wrap it up.
Yep.
So what's on the poster?
Waterworld.
Ooh,
That's a stopping point for this movie.
Waterworld. Ooh, Waterworld.
Waterworld for the Virtual Boy. That's like 2 great tastes that taste great together, and by great I mean dog shit.
What could go wrong?
We have the sort of early pre-rendered CGI in place of actual game graphics or any decent art.
It's like taking dog shit and sprinkling it with Switch games.
It goes together like orange juice and toothpaste.
Yeah, you've got sort of random, like, oily dudes driving ramshackle jet skis in front. And you have like Kevin Costner's water boat in the middle there. And then,
they have to be oily so that the water doesn't doesn't ruin their skin.
Yeah. I wonder if they like had a little animated Kevin Costner drinking his own piss.
Well,
hey, that was
probably the one that has to play this, so I'll find out.
Science ahead of its time, man. Astronauts doing that shit now.
Lovely.
Yeah, but that's through like a filter. I mean, I guess it was in Waterworld too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, It's not like he just like used like a friggin'
He didn't go all. He didn't go
friggin' mason
straight up,
jar.
He didn't go straight up Bear Grylls and just drink his piss straight.
No, that shit's loaded with sodium and shit, so that shit will dry you out.
Yeah, but you can survive like for a short period of time if you need to.
Yeah, well, it's like ocean water. You can barely survive.
Refreshing ocean water. I don't
So
need your
plentiful
fake
there.
news. It's so plentiful. It's so delicious. There was like an American Dad where they got stranded on a raft, and like Roger was like, "I'm just gonna drink some ocean water to replenish my thirst." Just like completely dehydrated in like 10 seconds. All right.
That concludes this half of the issue. We will finish it in the second half. Thanks everybody for listening, and thank you, Ivan, for rejoining us on the show.
It's a pleasure.
What, Mike? Or do you have anything to plug?
The Graveyard Shift, Horror with Sheldon and Mike, horror movies. We're doing Christmas stuff with these power guys. Check it.
How about you, Ivan? Got anything to plug?
Nah, just the taste test. I did that earlier.
All right. And John, do you have anything to plug?
Mike's mom.
Very good.
Ba-dum-ts.
All right, thanks everybody for listening. I'm Ben,
I'm Mike.
And I'm John.
and now you're playing with power.
Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with